Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we're going to take a look at the 1969 United States quarter. And you know, by 1969, of course, the quarters had changed. In 1964, they still made the 90% silver coins. In 1969, they had switched to a copper nickel clad copper on the inside, copper nickel on the outside of front and back, or obverse and reverse. In 1969, they made the coin at three different mints. They made it at the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, which is right here. They made it at the Denver Mint with a D mint mark, which is right here. And then they made it at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, and I'll show you one of those later. And those are really nice. They're all really nice coins, but the San Francisco Mint mark coins are very interesting. So, how many did they make? Well, they made 176 million at Philly. They made 114 million at Denver, and they made 2.9 million at the San Francisco Mint. What does the S Mint mark look like? Well, it looks like this. And why does it look so good? Well, it looks so good for a couple of reasons. This is an amazing coin. I was able to get to borrow a collector's set, and he just got the best coins he could possibly get. And this, my friends, is one of them. This is a 1969 coin that is as good as it possibly can get. It's a 1969 S Mint proof coin. So in 1969, they made 2.6 million proof sets. They made 1.8 million PDS sets, and that's, of course, the ones that are the uncirculated ones where they mixed up the P's, the D's, and the S's, but no S quarter in that set, of course. So the way to get this particular quarter was you had to buy the mint set. Interesting numbers on the 1969 mint sets. They went for $5 initially. They're worth about $11 now. But if you got a PDS set, it went for $2.50 initially, and it's worth $7. So the PDS sets went up in value much more than the San Francisco sets. And you can see this is at a time when they weren't doing a different buffing or polishing on the Washington figurehead. Just a beautiful coin. I'm going to move that to the side. These coins here are obviously circulated coins, as you can see, but you could get them, as I said, in a PDS mint set, and here's one of those, and this is another coin from the collectors. Oh my goodness. The coloring in this coin, sometimes you see these coins going for as much as $25. You start to get this kind of patina on there, and it's just really nice, and some collectors really like that patina. It says Liberty at the top, and God We Trust under his chin. 1969 here, and then there's the D. And this is one of the worst or weirdest or strangest Ds ever. Some people have actually found some where the bottom of the D, actually, you can't see it. It just kind of fades away. This is just one that kind of is fading on its own. But here's one. See, this one's used, and it was much more vigorously done than this one. This is one from a uncirculated mint set, and it just almost just missed the strike. And then over here we look at the I on the end, and we see that quite often. For some reason it just doesn't hit right over there. Down underneath we see a J and an F here for John Flanagan. If we tip it up, of course, we see that it is a copper nickel clad copper. And then when we get to the back, we see that it is a really, really nice coin, but it doesn't have the feathers on the legs and stuff. So beautiful looking, but in 1969 they didn't do these great strikes on the back of the coins. Now obviously this one, the uncirculated one, looks a lot, you can see a lot more than you can on this one. This one you can't tell it has body feathers. This one you can't tell it has leg feathers at all. This one you can't really tell there's a ribbon here. So let's look at this one. And what I'm saying is it's really, really nice and in really, really good condition. But in 1969, the mint did not take a lot of care in getting these coins that you lately, if you get some now, you'll see feathers all over the legs. Up here, you do see this. And not only did they make not a great D on the front, but they also, the little tail that comes off the back of the eagle's head, the eye. This is not a great pressing, I guess is what you'd call it. But it's a beautiful coin. Let's look at the regular Philly 1969, and that's this one here. Again, it's not as sweet as this one, but the I in God We Trust is better. The JF for John Flanagan, the engraver, is a little harder to see. Still some really good color. You can see some purpley hues here. If we tip this over on the back, however, we see that it has a little bit more of the leg feathers, but still not a perfect one. Finally, let's look at the leg feathers on that 1969 San Francisco Mint. And you can see a little bit more of them, but again, every one of these, I think probably what happened was the dies on these were just worn out, and they did not replace them, because you can use this die year after year. It's not going to change any. The back of all the coins are the same. In fact, if we look at the back of the 1964, it's the same back. So you can use, they could have used technically the same die on 1964 that they used on the 1969. So while they change the front every year to change the date and to change the mint marks and stuff, they don't always have to change the back, and sometimes they would use them to the detriment of a nice looking coin or a perfect coin on the back. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Let's stack these up and give you a kind of look at them. There's that S again. And here is the other D. And, of course, the Philadelphia Mint one with no letter on it at all. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Leave any comments you might have in the comments section.